doing a short video for you this morning, and I've been looking for a place to sit down and do some videos for you, but that actually has been somewhat of a challenge. So later on today, I'll be working to do some videos at the park after I charge up my laptop to update you on what it's felt like to be back in Portland, living in my truck, and where some of my strength comes from. Where does the strength that Alex Hansery has, where does it come from? Did it come from Portland? Did it come from his mother? Did it come from his father? Did it come from a book? Did it come from a DVD? Did it come from a website? Where did Alex's strength and seemingly very good luck come from? We're going to be investigating that later on today in a video. This is Hawthorne. You know, a lot of people might be surprised to know that I'm in my truck. I'm going to talk today about a couple different things. This is 38th and Hawthorne. We're just looking for somewhere where I can warm up, where I can get a cup of coffee and get online for a little bit. I've been up for about an hour and a half. I've been watching the sky slowly turn from black to this color. I believe there's going to be a lot of homeless people in the next decade. And I believe that events are still coming that will likely make many homeless overnight. Events that could send them running, not walking, out of town. A little different than my experience. So I think that I'm in this experience to basically learn things. Learn about the basics of surviving on your own with very little. I gotta be honest with you, the idea of a 72-hour grab-and-go pack is a little comical. A little comical when you realize there is no 72 hours. Sometimes it's a couple years of living with very little. It's very comical to hear that type of terminology. I feel like there's real-world survival that isn't necessarily in the manuals that some of these people are selling. Maybe that's where I come into play. Sure, there's a lot of homeless people out there that are homeless, live on the streets. Not a lot of them do videos or YouTube. And they now live in a world where they do have access to computers. This is Portland, Oregon, ladies and gentlemen. So it's assumed that if you're homeless, there's something so wrong with you, why even bother trying to help you? It's bad energy to them. I'm going to talk about that today too in some of the videos. They don't look open. It might even be 5-something, so we'll just keep driving. I'm going to be hanging around the Hollywood district and the Laurelhurst Park area, although obviously I'm in other parts in Portland. I'm trying to say that I'm at least in those areas, but I'm trying to cut back on gas. I'm not limited to those areas, but I'm trying to limit my driving. Gas isn't free. I put 20 in yesterday, and I'm going to work to conserve it. I remember this fruit market here. We'll talk about some of the changes in Portland, and a lot of the changes have been confirmed. And there's a massive flow of people into Portland, and I think that certain people are leaving Portland. I think this is normal. It's cyclical. We see cycles where people are moving into the city and cycles where people are moving out of the city. But with that, I will pause, and we will return shortly this morning with more information, more dialogue on my experiences living the canopy in my truck in my hometown of Portland, Oregon. Talk to you soon.